Hi, this is John, and this is week 42 of Dreams Devlog. So Drew's actually there, he is in the place where we can work and record. But I want to try to get this video done as soon as possible, and he won't be available for another hour or two. So it will just be me today, and because of that, I'm going to just talk about what we have done. For people who do care, the few people who do care, it is my birthday soon, so I'm just trying to get this over with, and I will have to say it has been a little bit exhausting the past week. Dhruv was back, so we actually did a lot of work, like you guys saw from last week, and we focused a lot on moment-to-moment gameplay. This time we're trying to make sure every single hit feels really good. That means cleaning up how many hits it actually does. I still personally think we probably want to do more hits, but Dhruv and I are finding a way to make that work. I've actually drawn quite a lot of cards this week. However, I only colored like 3 or 4 because I don't think I finished a couple last week, and therefore I have to catch up this week, and I still want to maintain that there are 7 new drawn cards every single week. So that's that. I'm actually really proud of this week's drawing, and I think they will look really good. Aside from the gameplay and all that stuff, Dhruv cleaned up a bunch of new things, and we talked about how we wanted the demo story to be taken, what direction we're taking, and Drew's actually going to be working on his first map that he can spend a lot of time on, and it is the where you climb the tower. I think I showed briefly what we've done last week, but this week we really worked on the tower, and Drew spent a lot of time working on some very cinematic thing about the encounter when you climb the tower and try to get what you're trying to do. I actually think it's done really well. He will have to spend a lot of time decorating it and making it look good, but I think the core skeleton that he's placed there is actually very interesting. Aside from that, we also worked on some of the more cinematic cameras for meeting the Colossus. However, we realized that it's probably the Colossus waking up animation that's the problem, and not much of the camera itself. Aside from all that stuff, we've also finished more of this commission work. We are commissioned by University of Virginia, like I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, to make a VR environment for them, and we are trying to finish that up too. It has been quite a lot of pressure, but it's fun, and we learned a lot of things. And Drew and I think if we really want to go into VR, we actually already have the capability of doing so. Surprisingly, decorating a 2D map is not that far from decorating a 3D map, in my opinion. It's all about irregularities and jamming in as much nature as you can in a not so nature settings that make it look really realistic. As for lighting, VR's actually headset can't really support a lot of post-processing, so we try to do as much as we can with the lighting without post-processing camera effects, and that's quite a lot of work. Anyways, regardless, Eduardo is moving in a rapid speed. We are finishing up the story, and I've also mentioned that my mother and a couple of my friends are probably going to try to write. Most likely it's just going to be my mom and Annie writing for the short stories, and hopefully you guys will see one of those quests soon. And I don't know if I mentioned it clearly, but side quests in our game is going to be special. It's not going to be a directed where you're going to get a side quest tab telling you where to go and all that stuff. You're going to go to a place, you will see what's happening, people will talk in a specific way and direct you. You will be allowed to go into different places without anything. So you can quit halfway through, or if you get trapped, let's say, there will be its own side quest with its own story, and then we will not tell you that it is part of a side quest. And of course, you're most likely going to get a reward after you're done and all that stuff. So yeah, did quite a lot of drawings maintaining that. We are at 49 cards out of 100, so we are halfway through now. And Drew and I are thinking of a way to start putting a lot of these NPCs drawn. I think the drawings for these cards are kind of like our concept art, and I think they look pretty good as well. So yeah, that's generally it about 42. How many? I think it's six episodes away from our 1 year anniversary. So like I said, maybe we'll do something, maybe we'll not, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.